as a captain and working so closely with the community and getting to know many of you, and going through our ups and downs and doing all kinds of things out here, but having that significant impact on quality of life and crime issues in our working together, that had a profound impact on me. And I'll tell you truthfully, I was having such a good time out here that I wasn't even thinking about promotion until I started seeing what we were doing out here, seeing groups like the Talmadge Patrol and working with citizens here and thinking these are things that are so good that they need to go out citywide. And we can be leaders. We can set that example throughout the city of San Diego. So not just City Heights, but throughout San Diego. So in order to do that, that's why I had to promote. And since then, some of these things are in fact coming to fruition. We are spreading the word.
I actually first met Chief McKinney when he was captain here at the city, and I was part of the domestic violence response team. And the kind of environment that he created, it was really camaraderie. So I was part of the county. There was Center for Community Solutions, which was a nonprofit, and their advocates and the officers who would go out and they would do ride-alongs. Our advocates would do ride-alongs in the community, and so it was just a very special relationship, really wanting to support domestic violence victims. And I remember that I cared so much about the team and the camaraderie that Captain McKinney created that I came back to visit when I was on maternity leave. So I think he was like 1 month old, and I brought my baby to show the whole team. And so at the time it was Captain McKinney. Met him when he was like 1 month old.
When I first came here to Youth Voice, met him through Dana, and I first came to Lawrence Oxford from various standoffs towards me because they thought I was a parolee or a community service guy, and little did they know I was actually one of the fitness trainers for a boxing facility. And I stuck with it ever since. About 5 years ago.
He was the captain here at Mid-City when I was in patrol. And I think he was the captain here before I made it. I went to juvenile services. So juvenile services is where I realized what kind of a person he was, because he recognized and appreciated the relationship between youth and law enforcement. And he did everything he could for youth in City Heights.
Assistant Chief McKinney is the very reason that we even have Youth Voice. There was a handful of Youth Voice that wanted youth that wanted community service, and they came inside the division and asked if there was any community service here in the division, and that's really the spark. Along with probation officer Debbie Palke, that was the spark in bringing Youth Voice into fruition. And we were so fortunate that Chief McKinney was here for 5 years, roughly 5 years. And so we were able to cement his dream, his vision for inner city children, inner city youth, age 11 to 24, to have an opportunity to develop their leadership skills inside his house.
Having this opportunity to create Youth Voice, really, when I first came into Youth Voice, it really changed my life. I mean, I was really afraid to come in first, but after being here for almost 3 years now, it's been really impactful, and it's really changed, how I go about my life day to day and my relationship with law enforcement. And I mean, I feel like without Youth Voice, my life wouldn't be the same as it would be right now. looking back 3 years ago, I probably wouldn't be here right now. So I owe a lot of gratitude to Assistant Chief McKinney, and I wish I had the pleasure of meeting him, because I would just like to thank him.
The most obvious, youth voice. The fact that he created this program with past members and stuff, and this led to what we have now, has made a huge impact in my life. The way I see law enforcement, my relationship with, different variety of people, being able to advocate for stuff, just learning more and being able to educate myself is probably the biggest thing that I'm thankful for.
So I didn't get to know him personally, but I know that he was a huge part of making Youth Voice happen, and Youth Voice is definitely one of the biggest parts of my life, and it's definitely been an aspect of my life that has made me feel like I found my passion, my purpose. So he has affected my life because he provided a program that helped me find my true purpose of life.
Or we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have this. Our Youth Voice leaders right now are part of a youth subcommittee. I'm a commissioner on the Commission on Gang Prevention and Intervention in my 5th year, and we've started a youth subcommittee, and they're focusing on policy change, call to action on solutions, and I'm also on an education committee with statewide policy, and they have no idea how powerful their voice is. They will be able to impact our entire state of California with having trauma-informed communities and resilient building communities and restorative practices and restorative justice and healing circles and restorative community conferences and all of these solutions that our Youth Voice leaders feel so passionate about. There is a platform that is under development for them here in this house to be a beacon of light and a vessel of hope for so many children, youth, and families across the lifespan in communities that are so many people that feel hopeless or helpless or don't know how to reach out for help or don't know resources are there or don't trust systems to access the resources and live in fear. I've asked my Youth Voice leaders many times over the years. I asked them last Saturday at the youth subcommittee meeting. There were 3 youth groups that were represented there, Youth Empowerment, Project Aware, and Youth Voice leaders, and I asked them, and 100% of them, when I said, do you feel safe in your community, they all said no. We all deserve to feel safe in our lives, in our homes, in our schools. A lot of the youth don't want to walk around, they don't feel safe, they can't remember the last time they went to a park. I'm a farm girl. That hurts me. It's like broken systems. Every system should focus on helping people heal and not harm. That started with Lawrence McKinney. So lucky am I. He impacted my life more than I can't even put in words. I can't even articulate my gratitude. He is an angel now watching over us. And what a tragic loss for his wife Angie and his daughter Denise to not have their husband and their father. They've been retired about 3 years. So I'm sad. I'm grateful. I'm honored. My heart is sad.
Just to see that even if you're, like, he was the boss of this division. He was, before he moved to the chief's office, he controlled everything that went here. So to see how he reacted or how he embraced that relationship between juveniles and law enforcement and the community, he really brought this community together. So to see somebody do that in a position that he was in, it gives you hope for that.
Youth Voice is my second home. I love coming here every week. It's such a welcoming environment, and it's a place where we can all be ourselves, and we can all, be a family, and you won't be judged, and you can speak your mind, you can tell your story, and people will listen, and you won't get shut out, and we feel like our voice matters, and it's just the best environment.
I guess the biggest one so far has been the way I see law enforcement. I used to be very, cautious, and as time flew by that I spent here, the time I spent here, I got to know different officers, detectives, and my relationship has improved like drastically compared to how it was when I first came here. Instead of avoiding eye contact, I actually am the one to start, hey, so I start making conversation, and I think it's one of the greatest feelings because I don't have to feel terrified or have to be careful about how I'm acting or how I'm talking.
I said if I didn't have Youth Voice, who knows where I'd been, dead, I don't know. But without it, honestly, I feel like I wouldn't have been here. I would have been the old one, not the one I am right now.
Youth Voice is the second home, and I'm pretty sure people are going to agree with it. I come to Youth Voice, and every Thursday I'm happy that it's Thursday, that I was going to be here. And having David here is like second home to us, so she just brings so much love in this room.
Youth Voice is my family. Youth Voice is my soul's passion. These youth are my children, and I love being here. It's a sanctuary and a safe place for me to come and be who I am every week.
Other than the world changing, this little spot right here makes a big impact, and it starts with these kids. And it's the reason why I come here all the time, because they depend on me. And that dependency allows me to be dependent on them also. It keeps us like a family.
Youth Voice means putting youth first, giving them a place where they have a voice to share their concerns. They are they're such an important part of the community, and a lot of times people don't listen to the youth. Is here's a place where we want to hear your opinions, and we also want to hear your solutions, and then we give them opportunities to go out in the community and show what they're made of. And I'm so proud of the youth that are part of Youth Voice, and also the law enforcement that always supports them.
An opportunity for inner city youth ages 11 to 24 to recognize their value, to tap into the gifts that they're born with, their 9 multiple intelligences, to recognize how powerful their voice is, to impact change within themselves, within their community, with their friends, with law enforcement. And it's one of the most transformative youth leadership that I've ever started. And I do 5 different youth leadership groups, and Youth Voice is incredibly special, and I really believe they're all special. All of them are special. What makes this particular youth leadership opportunity so unique is the partnership directly with law enforcement.
Youth Voice has affected me in a way that when the kids come through and you get to interact with them in a positive way and not a negative way, that's a benefit for us in uniform when we go out into the field and you see the same kids that you might see at a school. They know you more than just that officer in uniform. So it's given a positive relationship between youth and law enforcement.
You know what, I will tell you that I'm proud to have worked as the captain of the Mid-City Division for 3 years. I'm proud to have worked in this community and proud to have done the things with you that I did do. And I know things that continue to this day. And I talk about those things. Now that my stage is bigger, make no mistake that I'm talking about these things, about Talmadge Patrol, about some of the other crime-fighting efforts, community collaborations that we have going on here all over the country now, because there's a lot of people hungry for effective means of doing it. So don't let the paper scare you. I know crime is edging back up, but I know Talmadge is one of the communities that's always going to say, not in my backyard. No, it's not happening here. And we are standing strong with you. We have a great relationship, and that's just going to keep getting stronger. And I'm looking forward to the future and next year. I'll be out here again. So with that, thank you.